Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sally Stampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm bringing you what I've called my supersized baby box. I love this DSP and I suppose it's not just for children really, but unfortunately that's what I feel I get drawn to whenever I use it or get it out. So I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to make a good sized box, and it's that good I can't even get the lid off, look. It's a huge box. It is, let me think, see if I can remember. So it's 2 inches deep and it is 8 by 8 inches. So it's a really good size. And as I say, obviously our lovely lid from our DSP, she says, when she can't get it back on, just sits nicely on. And it's a good size for, you know, either a little baby grow or, you know, some bibs and things. I'm a bit out of it, I'm afraid my children are grown up, but I just thought, you know, yes, we can all make these boxes, but sometimes it's nice to do something a bit different on the top. So obviously I've used the lovely leaf ribbon here, which is so cute, and I've just used my blends just to create this really cute little lid. Now I do know from looking at it that it's slightly off centre. Hopefully this one I'll make with you guys will be a bit better, but I've gone with Call Me Clover, which again seems to be suddenly a newfound favourite now because I haven't used it for so long, and I thought, you know what, no, I really quite like this. So Call Me Clover, Animal Expedition DSP, and then it's the Animal Outing that I've used here, and obviously I've used the layered square framelets here. So I'm going to pop this, I don't know where, let's pop it over here on my big shot and I'll show you how to make it. So to start off with, you're going to need a sheet of DSP, sheet of cardstock. Oh, I've not got enough room here this morning, I don't quite know what's going on there. A sheet of cardstock that is 12 by 12, simple, no cutting, no doing anything with it, and we're simply going to score it at 2 inches on all 4 sides, which is 5 centimetres. So it's dead simple. All 4 sides, just spin it round, and then fabulous. And then I'm just going to pop that over here while I get my DSP. I may as well do it all while I'm here. So you just need I'm looking for some cardstock here and I don't seem to have any to hand. Let me grab a card blank. That'll do. So I'm just going to use this as my shim, and my DSP is 11.5 by 11.5 inches, and I'm going to score it at 1 3/4 of an inch, which is 4.5 centimetres. So 1 3/4. It's hard to see when you've got this piece of card in the way, and the light's reflecting on it for some strange reason. The sun is at the back of the house at the moment, so I don't know why. It must be reflecting off the house opposite, I guess. But anyway, so 1 3/4, 4.5 centimetres. I think these hippos are so cute. I'm a little disappointed that there isn't a sheet with just koalas on, because I love koalas. I think most people that know me know I love koalas. They are just so cute. So again, it's just very basic. So with the DSP, we're just going to simply fold and burnish. The only downside is with these long sheets of cardstock or DSP, you can't fit it all on your grid paper in one go unless you kind of do it this way. So you could do that way. Okay, so that's my scored and burnished, and then it's simply the same as we would with any box or lid or whatever. You just cut those wedges. And as I'm sure I've told you so many times now that you must be used to it, my dogs are sleeping in the window, literally there. So, you know, I apologise if they start dreaming, yelping, barking. Hopefully they won't, but we'll see. Right, I was just cutting that straight because I'd gone a bit squiggly with it. So I'm just cutting these 4 corners, just cutting down the join there, and then just cutting some wedges out. And then I'm actually going to pop this to one side. I don't want to put this on my box just yet because I want to be able to put my top on. So that's that bit done. Get rid of that rubbish. What I am going to do though is with my 1 inch circle punch, obviously this is going to be the way the lid will sit, so I just want to punch, and you can always sort of eyeball it, so I need to be about here, and I just want to get those sort of finger notches, if you like. So again, I'm just measuring, this is 8 inches, so I need to go for about 4, which is just about there. So that's that bit done. So I've just got those little notches to help get the lid off. So I'm just going to pop that to one side whilst we just build up the base. And again, exactly the same, I'm going to score and burnish. And I know that some of you guys may think this is a little early, but I actually do have the Christmas catalogue. It is amazing. I absolutely love it. If you would like a copy, then by all means contact me via my blog or via my Facebook or anything else that you locate me on. Sadly, I can only send them out to people in the UK, France, Germany, Austria and the Netherlands. I'm afraid if you live outside of any of those countries, then I sadly can't send one out to you. My lovely followers from the USA, yeah, you're going to have to find your own demonstrator, I'm afraid, because I can't send them over to you guys. I wish I could, it would be lovely, but sadly the rules apply. So don't forget, if you want one of those amazing new catalogues, you need to contact me. So I will obviously be doing some projects and some sneaky peeks and stuff soon, but it's a bit early, so I just want to get it out there that if any of you guys want any, just to let me know. So box base, we're just going to build up. I'm back to using tear and tape, which I just prefer. So I'm just going to quickly pop this on all 4 of my tabs. And I do like to use 2 pieces because I do feel that it just holds it where you want it. You know, you could just put a piece by the join, but then inside the box the rest of this is going to stick out, so I've already got the tape out, I'm already sticking, so why not just pop it on 2 sides while I'm here. Yes, it's a little bit fiddlier, but it's done, isn't it? Oh, I'm so glad. We've been told that apparently this heat wave is now starting to ease off, and I can't say that I'm sorry about it. It is just too warm. Everybody I speak to when I'm walking my girls, my dogs, everybody says the same thing, that they've just had enough of it now, and I'm afraid I have to agree. I am a cold weather person. I do prefer it to be just that bit cooler. I like to be able to wrap up and put my nice jumpers on and have my slippers on. And I just prefer it that way, but that's me. I know that a lot of people love the sun, but I think even my garden's getting fed up now because I can't seem to water it enough. It's just absorbed instantly. But no doubt I'll be complaining very soon that, oh, it's raining again and it's cold, and as typical British people, or atypical British person should I say, I'm never content with the weather. Maybe I should just move, try and convince my husband. So just simply building the box up, putting our corners together, and it's just as simple as that. So there's my lovely base, my huge supersized baby box base. So next up I need to do my decoration. So as I say, I've got my layered squares here, and I have pre-cut, and I've already done one because I know you wouldn't want to sit and watch me colouring because it is a bit boring. But I have tried my best to sort of put the measurements on. A lady asked me a little while back on a card that I'd made which sized framelets I'd used, and I haven't got the card anymore, and I couldn't tell her, and so I said, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have the card and I don't remember it. I just could have sort of made it. So when I did this one, I made sure that I measured them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my stays on, and I'm going to do my stamping on here, and then I will tell you the sizes while I'm colouring, and it just saves a bit of time than me just waffling. So stays on for our blends. So animal outing, super cute. I'm going with the giraffe, which I think is too cute. And then, excuse my tummy gurgling, I've just had my breakfast. And I just sort of went with one higher and one a fraction lower. I thought that was quite cute. Pop this all back together. And then, as you may or may not know, we have Stays On Cleaner for the Stays On ink because it's slightly different to the Memento. So yeah, it does go very black because that's the only colour I use, but it doesn't affect the cleaner. And then I just use it on my Stampin' Scrub as I would do normally. It's just obviously got a different cleaner and it's as new. So that's my giraffe done. And then I'm just going to pop that and that to a side just for a minute because I want to just do my other stamping on this whilst I'm here. So pool party to go with my frames and my box. And then we've got, let me find my block. So we have welcome. And I'm not doing this straight, but hopefully it'll be okay. Stampin' Pads, Stampin' Scrub rather, is just over to the side there. So I have welcome little one. Is that straight? It's actually, do you know, it's funny, but I actually find it, just look in the camera, in the view here, just to see if it's straight or not. And then just that lovely little pattern bit there. So that's that. What's banging? There's always something banging on my desk. It doesn't matter how I move stuff, there's always something rattling. Well, I don't know what it is, who knows. Right, so that's that bit done. And then I simply used my Tombow, my wet glue, whoops, don't need to turn that over, for the little frame. I'm just going to do this now again because then it can be drying. And I just simply, when it wants to come out, just a fine run of it, oops, around the edge. And I haven't gone crazy with the glue because I don't need to. And then I just simply pop that. Oh, I think I've used the small. I've used a smaller square. That's ridiculous. Right, let's just leave that to one side and we'll come back to the colouring. So I obviously stamped this in Stays On, and then I just used Crumb Cake light and dark, Smoky Slate light and dark, light, is it light? Soft Suede just as the ground here, and then I just went round the outside of it all with light Pool Party. So I'm going to do very similar with that. So I've just got 3 blends here. I have my dark Crumb Cake, and I'm just going to use the bullet point for this just to do the giraffe's spots, and this will show you how quick and easy stamping blends are. I literally just get that colour on, and I think the thing that I love about the blends more is that you don't get those colouring lines, which I know that anybody who's done any form of colouring will appreciate. Again, just using the bullet to do the finer points, if you like, so that I don't go crazy outside the lines. Yeah, the stamping blends are divine. They just make everything so easy. Like I said, you don't get those colouring lines. You just so easy to use, and this brush tip just literally puts the colour down instantly. Bailey, could you sit down please, because you're making it a bit dark over here, thank you very much. So yeah, it's just fabulous, I love it, love them. And this one is the dark Daffodil Delight. And then I'm just going to do this bit and then I'll tell you my sizes. Get my bullet bit out again now, just to do the closer to the edge parts. So for the frames then, I have used my layering squares and I have gone with, so the The plain edge here is about the 3-inch wide, and it's also the one that I used to cut the Whisper White. And the scroll, the scalloped inside is 2.5 inches. And the small one that I've messed up with, the frame is the 1.5 is the inside, the scalloped is 2-inch, and the Whisper White is 1 3/4. So you would think that that would actually fit, wouldn't you? But we'll see. So I'm just quickly going around the edges. Not particularly, I mean, I'm only obviously being careful around the edge of the colouring. I'm not being careful in terms of how far out I go with it or anything like that. But again, you can just see how quickly I've got that colour down and how smooth it is. There's no, like I said, there's no colour lines, there's no, oh, you can see where you stopped and started, and it's done. That's it in no time. So glue on here. There's somebody bringing a parcel now, fabulous. My dogs are going to bark, and I just hope that my son hears it. So just pop in some glue around the edge here, exactly the same as I did with the small one, only this one will fit. And as I say, as you can see, it is just very, and then I just stick it on. And then obviously just kind of, because it's wet glue, it gives you that tiny bit of wiggle room to just make sure that you've not got any of the white showing through. And so I just press it all the way around the edge there, and that's those two done. So bring my box lid back in, and obviously it all depends where you want to place them. My theory was to have an equal gap around there. We'll see. So some dimensionals, which I'm literally just popping on the back. So 4 on that one and 4 on this one. That's that bit done. And then I want my leaf trim, and I actually used glue dots for this one. And I just went round and put them, oops, on all 4 sides in between the glue dots. Now, I actually didn't think this through too cleverly. That I'm not sure this might go too well with the hippos, but we'll see. So just grab a sort of a length of your leaf trim, and you just pretty much start at one point, making sure you've got it the right way round. There is a right and a wrong way, and then I just kind of looped it round, and then use the leaves to just hold it in place. So I've just, shush please, good girls. So I've just kind of looped it round on the corners. Shush please, there's a good girl. Oh, it's maybe a touch short. This is where you kind of where you get manoeuvring. My girls are going to jump in a minute on the desk. So shush Daisy, good girl. It's okay. She's not impressed that they can't go and see what's happening. So I've sort of looped that round the corners, and then you just sort of loop it over the corner of your squares, and then we obviously then can stick it in place. And this is probably where it all went wrong before, because I was trying to line them up, and that's when it all went a bit wrong. So I'm going to pop that one there. I'm not too worried about this sort of looking a bit straggled and a bit messy, because it will actually sort itself out. Do exactly the same with this one, wherever I've put those glue dots. So again, just pop in on all 4 corners, or should I say all 4 sides in between those dimensionals. A length of the leaf ribbon, and again just do exactly the same. So We're just going to loop it around the edges. It's a little bit fiddly to make sure you're not twisting the leaves, because you obviously want them to sit a certain way. I'll just pull that over the corner there, and I'm going to use this over the corner. Where's that glue dot? I need another one. I need another glue dot just to hold that leaf in place there. So I'm just going to pop another one over the top, and then we've got that one in place. And to be fair, I don't think this needs to look particularly uniform or equal, because let's be fair, leaves don't grow uniform and equal. They generally grow wherever they wish. So I'm hoping that's about central and about straight. So again, like I said, you can just sort of move and mess the leaves about until you're happy with them. And then this last one that I completely messed up, I just simply popped, let's get it right, so I need one in that corner, one in that corner. I'm going to do this a bit back to front, because if this doesn't fit, I can get another frame at some point. So you just kind of move the leaves out of the way and pop this over the corner. And my glue's still quite tacky, so we'll see if this will work. And then I just popped this frame, being as it's a touch shorter. No, I'm going to have to remake that one. I'll take that one off for now. So then we just need to make up our lid, which I have used snail for because it is DSP. Just pop some snail on those tabs. And then obviously we just make the box up as you would the others. And as you know, my little trick. So the bottom's made. Where did I put the base? There it is. So I've popped the base on and then make my other end once it's in place. So just press it all down, hold those sides in and pop that on. And there's my box without the frame on the middle, but I will remake it and I will double check my measurements for that and let you know. But that's my jumbo size or super sized baby box. I hope you like it, and I hope it gives you some inspiration to go and have a play and create your own baby boxes. All the products that I've used are on my blog, and the link to that is just below in the description. Hope you have a great day, guys. See you all again soon. Bye.